Can you very reconsider for exams at the identical period as conduct repeated concurrent conversations on public print? Include younger generation very advanced such as skills of much tasking, how they can answer to Snapchat, WhatsApp and Instagram, reply texts and look fun videos of pets on YouTube, at the identical period as student? He's spike time of year for review for exams in schools and universities, and parents will be hard to offer their own consultation, sure in the expertise how everything they say is potential to begin and reason. And top on the listing of lightweight ways to get a doorway slammed in yours person is to propose, always so thoroughly, how they should fare selector off the portable telephone for 5 protocol and attention on the lyrics books. But are youthful human beings very capable to answer to so lot various stimulations at the identical period? Wouldn't Pavlov's dog be corpse in depletion if it had to hold responsible love the? Tom Bennett, a tutor, parental and the UK by the government's advisor on behaviour in high school, says he's a full mythology how younger generation can much task among public print and on the internet amusement and yet hold student. Mr. Bennett is the CEO and founding member of the investigated team that spreads formation study amongst the training occupation, and he says all the testimony points to on the internet distractions damaging training. Review as necessary attention and focus, he says, but the is departure to be scuppered by the ruthless, focus-seeking demands of public print. He's a really severe anxiety for educators and parents, he says. Younger generation can include an addictive answer to smartphones, says Mr. Bennett, always check for updates and responding. Schoolwork is one lost, near violated sleeping and concern of an on the internet civilization how never switches away, says Mr. Bennett. This family struck largest are already potential to be the furthest over, he says. Down there is world study to behind his concerns. A research of school students in the Boston region, transferred out by a study crew consisting academic environment of the Massachusetts Institution of Technique, found a connection among more print much tasking and worst academia outcomes in adolescence. U.S. academic environment as well found such results while they looked at accomplishment in schools in England how had prohibited portable phones and so created at low portion of the day off of exchanging messages and public print. Louis Philippe Belland, of Louisiana Country College, and Richard Potato, of the College of Texas at Austin, signed how no just does student accomplishment enhance as a outcome of a prohibition, but as well how low-reaching and low-revenue school students profit the largest. An over-research at Stanford College specified how bombing human beings in repeated on the internet distractions didn't do them quicker to respond, it done them less than efficient and reduced productivity in RAM tests. But is how departure to do any experience on a technology-addicted adolescent who would requirement to be surgically separate of their portable? Portion of the issue is how, while a undergraduate is revising on the internet, job and act are a clicking off of every sum. Public print is wait on the identical display as the review. The sports ground and public library are in the identical location. YouTube might be a phonogram for setting off work, but it must as well be one of the largest informal review services on the earth. Google can be a start spot for websites filled complete of complimentary education material and on the internet tutorials. Dr. Sandra Leighton-Gray, Elder Lecturer in Formation at the UCL Institution of Formation, says he's a error for parents to canal boat in and fair say rotate it away. This smart way circle it is to tell, how are things departure on the internet. Ask them if they're creature straight, she says, offering how younger generation requirement to be cajoled quite rather than confronted in the dangers of on the internet period wasting. They might be mix up talk on examination review in socializing, she says, so he's not ever a precise division among student and responsible to the following public print communication. But she as well sees the continuous dietary of public print as addition to distress, quite rather than offer a relax for the exams. She likens it to a quick food mind, in an instantaneous award and later a much longer-term feeling of discontent and blood pressure of possessing to fit in the tribalism of some younger generation. The on the internet civilization is both of wrong and beautiful at the identical period for younger generation, says Dr. Leighton Gray. Tom Bennett says parents are yet hard to capture up in such a changes. But he says down there is a increasing knowledge of the problems of two-lot period consumable on the internet, that is driven in sharp attention for the top pressure weeks coming exams. Perhaps we're achieving a late spot, he says.